Hey, so for a brief moment not too long ago here in Kelowna, the subject of electoral reform was debated by City Council. Councillor Ron Cannon brought forward a draft resolution to put city staff to work developing a plan for how an alternative voting system, such as a ward system, could be implemented, and then have the people vote yay or nay on that plan in the next municipal election. Under a ward system, the city of Kelowna would be divvied up into a set of mini electoral districts, wards, and the people living in each ward would elect a dedicated councillor to represent them. Currently, we elect all of our councillors at large, meaning every eligible voter in Kelowna gets to vote on up to 8 candidates from the whole slate of contenders, and last time there was a whopping 32 to pick from, and the resulting 8 councillors then share the duty of representing everyone across the whole city. So how was Ron Cannon's resolution received? Well, Ron himself voted against his own resolution, if that tells you anything. Opposition took many forms, such as, nobody's brought this up before, interesting claim to make, but the one that I want to focus on is the idea that we're not big enough yet. There is no population minimum for adopting a ward system. Lake Country, just north of us here, has been electing councillors under a ward system since it first became a municipality. Theirs is actually a hybrid system of 2 at-large councillors and 4 ward councillors elected by the residents living in the 4 communities that merged to form Lake Country. Population-wise, around 19,000 people. By comparison, Kelowna is closing in on 170,000. And Kelowna once used a ward system. This goes back to the 70s when a handful of unincorporated communities, including Rutland, were folded into Kelowna, and Rutland got to elect a dedicated councillor, Ben Lee, a name you might recognize. Councillor Cannon's failed resolution is a good demonstration of a couple things. One, the difficulty in convincing our elected representatives to support changes to the system that they currently enjoy electoral success under, and 2, how unprepared our council is to get in front of a very serious issue, because our city is growing and better representation is needed. Many residents, especially those living in Rutland and Glenmore, feel like they don't have a voice, whether it's to advocate for new amenities or infrastructure improvements, or to have their objections to controversial developments taken seriously by the city. Now, I am a big supporter of electoral reform as a means of getting that better representation. In fact, I testified to the BC Special Committee on Democratic and Electoral Reform when they came through Kelowna last July. But it might, in fact, result in a worst-case outcome. Is that a fire alarm? Pro-rep can be effective at the local government level as well, but the province limits what voting systems are available for municipalities to use, and we have the authority today to adopt a ward system. Now, I don't think that a ward system alone is the magic bullet that will single-handedly turn cost of living, unemployment, and homelessness around, but if we're able to change how we elect our councillors, to provide residents a better quality of representation, councillors who live in the neighborhoods they claim to represent, who feel the hyper-local impacts of decisions, who are accountable and accessible when neighborhood issues require attention, will be that much better set up to ensure that all residents have a voice as this community continues to grow. We don't have to wait until we're being crushed under the wheels of a problem before taking action. It is possible, with forward-thinking leadership, for us to get ahead of the issues.